Hey, what's up guys? It's DH here, and thanks for joining us at the S3 shop, where today we're gonna show you the install on our Ambush Series front winch bumper for the Jeep Wrangler JK and JKU. As you can see, we got the entire kit laid out here, so it's gonna make for a super quick and super easy install. Cody and myself will walk you through the entire install step by step, so let's get to it. Before getting started, you'll wanna gather the following tools: 7mm, 10mm, 17mm, and 19mm wrench or socket, T30 Torx bit, flathead screwdriver, step drill bit, file, black spray paint, tape measure, cutting tool like a sawzall or hacksaw. Let's begin the installation process by removing the factory bumper. Next, let's prepare the frame to accommodate a winch and the new bumper. The top outer holes on the frame mount plates will need to be opened up to accommodate the larger hardware of the Ambush Series bumper. Using a step bit, drill the top outer holes to 9/16 on both the passenger and driver side. On 2012 and newer models, there's a remote vacuum pump that requires repositioning. If your Jeep has one, let's go ahead and remove it now before we go to the next step. Remove the M6 mounting bolts from the vacuum pump using a 10mm socket. Do not discard the factory bolts as they will need to be reused. Disconnect the two vacuum lines and carefully set the pump out of the way. Now you can safely remove approximately 3/4 of an inch of material from the inside corners of the frame mounting plates to make room for a winch. You can file the surface to remove any burrs and paint the exposed metal to prevent corrosion. Attach the S3 logo using two M4 nuts with washers and a 7mm socket or wrench. Be careful not to over tighten the small hardware. Next, mount the faceplate and mesh panel, bevel side out, using the supplied stainless hardware and a T30 Torx bit. Now your bumper is ready to install. Tilt the top of the bumper away from the front of the Jeep so that the rear mounting brackets can maneuver around the frame mounting plates as you move it into place. Next, align the studs on the bumper with the bolt holes on the frame and slide it into place. Take your 8 M12 nuts with washers and thread them on loosely enough to allow your bumper to still move slightly. Install the provided nut plates for the side mounts into the slots on the inside of both frame rails and thread the two M10 bolts with washers, again, leaving a bit of slack for your bumper to move around. Now tighten the 8 M12 nuts that attach the bumper to the frame mounting plates with a 19mm socket or wrench. Next, tighten the two M10 bolts for the side mounts using a 17mm socket or wrench. Now we can reinstall the vacuum pump using the provided bracket. Position the pump so that the upper vacuum line faces out towards the front of the vehicle and mount it to the rear hole of the original mount using one of the factory M6 bolts. Attach the provided pump relocation bracket with the long side facing the bumper using a T30 Torx bolt and an M6 lock nut with washer. Use the remaining factory M6 bolt and a provided lock nut with washer to attach the pump to the other end of the bracket. Level the pump, then tighten all mounting hardware. Reattach the vacuum lines to the pump. You may need to twist the larger hose on its fitting to line it up with the pump's new mounting position. If you have a winch to install, you may now do so. All right guys, there you go. That finishes up the install on our Ambush Series front winch bumper for the Jeep Wrangler JK and JKU. Thanks for tuning in.